Hello, I'm Gary Slyman, President and Founder of Great Transition Strategies. Today's topic, quiet quitting. First, what is it? I'm sure you've heard about it. Those folks at work who are doing the absolute minimum and are psychologically disengaged. Think about your organization. You might be able to have someone pop into mind, well, she's a quiet quitter. Oh, that guy? Oh, yeah. All right? So think about your organization as I'm talking about this. So what I want to do is I want to connect some data from Gallup on disengagement with bringing change to an organization, where the energy and change comes from, elements to inject that change, and let's see what we can do to help stop quiet quitting. All right, the Gallup data over the past 2 years, the level of those fully engaged has dropped from 34% to 32%. The level of those who are disengaged has increased from 16% to 18%. More people disengaged. Age 35 and under, young millennials and Gen Zers, those who probably should bring the most energy to your workplace. Here's some of their numbers. There has been an increase of 6% of those who are disengaged. 6% increase, that's a lot. Those who believe at work someone cares about them, or that the workplace cares about developing them, is down 10%. Those that have someone one-on-one that cares about their development, who's engaged in helping them develop, down 12%. And 40% of them do not know what's expected of them in the workplace. That's pretty incredible. Those numbers do not bode well, and they bode for quiet quitting. All right? Next, managers, another different demographic, just managers, less than 40%, 4 out of 10, between just under 40% are disengaged at work. That means your leadership's disengaged. So as I look at the data that I just gave you, what does it do for you? Does it kind of tell you something? To me, it screams leadership. Leadership is not engaged, and they're not taking care of those folks to help them know what's expected of them, and then help develop them, and just be in touch with them, because it's easy for them to be disengaged. All right. Okay, so let's break from that. Now let's look at, there's a lot out there on how to invoke change in an organization. I want to give you 4 elements that I believe are really important to making sure you can invoke and put energy into the change in your organization. So the energy can come from 4 things. Number 1 is structure. How is your organization structured? Number 2, what are you measuring? Number 3, what skills are you developing? And number 4, are you bringing someone in, experts in, to help develop those skills? Structure. Think about your structure in your organization. If this is going on in your organization, even if it's not, think about, how can I get a higher level of engagement, less quiet quitting in my organization by changing the structure? Do you meet on a regular basis? Should you meet on a regular basis? Are you meeting too much? What kind of structure do you need? Are there kinds of work days? How are you doing? What are you doing? We have the Great Resignation. Now we're having this quiet quitting. I don't believe this happens just because of people having to come back to remote work. I work for a remote organization where the organization is highly engaged. So I think there are organizations that are remote that can make this work. So what's your structure? How are you making it work? 2, what are you measuring? What are you measuring that can tell how well people are engaged, or how well they're producing? Are you measuring the right things? If we're measuring the wrong thing, if it's important to you, you need to measure it. Next, what new skills are you developing in individuals? Particularly in the managers, a popular one out there now is leader as coach, giving coaching skills to managers so they know how to reach out and touch folks better, how to facilitate meetings, how to facilitate in the hybrid environment or in the remote environment. What are you doing to give those folks the skills? Are they out there flailing around? Next, bringing folks in who are experts to help them, to help your managers, help the individuals that are disengaged, to help them develop the skills they need and want to develop. So now, you've been thinking about your organization. Do you have quiet quitting going on? Or maybe you think you don't. How can these 4 elements help you? Structure. What are you measuring? What skills are you developing? And are you bringing folks in to help them develop those skills? Thanks for listening. I welcome the opportunity to work with you and help ensure you don't have quiet quitting going on in your organization.